Covering all things LEGO, from Minneapolis to Fiverton and LEGO cities beyond. It's breaking news.
What's up there, LEGO fans? Welcome back. Alex here, and this other guy is with me as well. And it is time for Ask Alex.
Yes.
We're asking Alex again. Where do these questions come from?
Mostly the internet.
Oh, that's good to know. People don't show up at your door. Hi, we have questions.
Actually, these are all from comments off of our videos, with the exception of two.
Oh.
Two have been submitted via email.
Oh, wow. Email questions. Super high
The only ones that ever get in person are from my wife. She sometimes says, ask Alex.
Fiverton gal.
And she did tell me to ask you one, but then she told me not to.
Oh,
but
well,
see.
now I'm curious.
I don't know. We'll see.
You can't do that.
We'll see. If I ask now, I'll get in trouble. Now, the first one is actually from Fiverton Gal.
How about that?
But this has...
Are you going to make me read the...
No, I'll read it.
Is Brickstar on there again?
Yes, Brickstar has submitted.
Jeez. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, so the first one is from Fiverton Gal. And this was actually a comment on the video. And I try to go through, just so we're clear, everyone understands. If you put a comment on the video, the Ask Alex is generally where we get most of them. But I do try to go through the others and look for comments that either ask a question, or if it's a comment that I think we would want to comment on, or as I've said before, if I think it will make Alex feel bad and make me laugh. I love those.
They're the best.
I'm a bad person. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're going to HE double hockey sticks. So the
this is a family-friendly show,
sorry.
man.
Beep that out.
Double toothpicks.
Double toothpicks. I never heard that one. It's double hockey sticks. Anyway, all right. Let's do this. We said we were going to go through this quick.
Yes.
But not too quick.
Well,
Are these all my questions, or you get questions too?
No, they're both.
So we've evolved into Ask Breaking News.
But it doesn't flow as well. This is
Ask
why,
Alex,
even from the beginning, you didn't like that. Ask Alex. It's that. What isn't that alliteration? The AA.
Yeah, you're right.
This is like an AA meeting. If you don't drink, this will
yet
make
another
you.
AA meeting. Here we go. All right, let's do this thing, man.
So the first one is from Fiverton Gal.
Hey, Fiverton gal.
If they sent you a botanical set, would Mindy enjoy helping with the build and review?
Maybe. I don't know. She's not here, and I've never asked her that, but she's made it pretty clear that she's not ever going to be interested in those sets because she likes the real thing. However, if I were to get one of those, I would ask her to help me with the review because I think she'd have good insight on it.
No.
As to because I would get like, it's red, green, some blue in there. I don't know what the heck this is. She would know. She would know. And she would enjoy it. She'd have a good time with it, and she would have good insight, honestly. And I'd be sitting there going, no kidding, wow, so yeah, that would. But is she a person that would be like, oh, I really want to get any botanical sets? Definitely no. I know that wasn't the question, but just to clarify, she likes real plants, not Lego plants. So, which is fine with me because I don't know that I would care for them either. So, yeah. Good question, Fiverton gal. Thank you.
Next question is from your friend Brickstar.
Brickstar. I'm never going to
It's from Jabo.
Never going to hear the end of that one. What's up, Jabo?
He said, at what point, and you answered this. I will put the caveat. You already answered this in the comments.
Oh.
So we'll see if your answer is consistent. And I will rebut it.
I don't know. Shoot.
At what point does the Oswald Army become a bigger flex than owning 2 airport shuttles?
It never will be.
That is pretty much essentially what you said.
Never will be.
I don't know.
Having 2 airport shuttles, you're like, yeah, there's nothing. But 3 airport shuttles. You know what, though? It's not just 2 airport shuttles. I got the extra track expansion thingy, whatever it's called. So I think, hold on a second. Do I have 2 expansion sets? Each expansion comes with 2 Ts, right?
I think so.
And I have 4 Ts. So there you go. Wow. I know, it's so amazing. There you go, Jabo. Yes, it is.
There is a point that the Oswald Army does become more impressive.
Perhaps. I'm sure. Are we going to get some more Oswald news here tonight? Or in another video?
There is some upcoming Oswald news.
Oh, man.
I sent him a text. Was it yesterday or the day before? I don't remember. I said I pulled the trigger. I have made my biggest Oswald purchase to date.
Oh, man. Fiverton gal, I'm really sorry. Wow.
No, she told me. She's like,
Oh,
she
excited?
didn't know what to give me for my birthday, so she told me to buy it.
Hey, everybody wins.
That's what I said.
But that's how it is as an AFOL. We get our own presents. It's like, don't get me anything.
Yeah.
I've already got this lined up, and you know what? They're fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at first it was kind of like an adjustment.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, after years of marriage, they're like, I'm not doing that.
Yep.
So you get your own thing, and because they would screw it up, honestly. Not that wouldn't screw it up, but we know what we want, and we know exactly what we want and where to get it. So, case in point.
I will just say this. I don't want to give too much away about it in case something goes wrong. It is coming internationally, so I will now have more Oswalds than any single seller on Bricklink by a fair amount.
That's impressive, man.
And in the U.S., it is a large amount. Like, we're talking multiples.
That's a pretty
More
good
than
flex.
the biggest. So,
Yeah, all right. I think, what was the question? At what point? Give a certain, sorry,
No,
you had
no, it's
something to
fine.
say. I was going to say, like, if I was to give a number, I think 300 is an impressive number for an Oswald army. I would give you that. But if you were somehow to reach 500, I would say, dang, all right, there you go.
well, I think a lot of it has to do with how it's displayed. Like, if you were to come in and, like, a whole wall is covered with anything, like a specific minifigure.
Yeah, sure.
You know, I think at some point it does become overwhelming that you can't beat it, whether it's tipper trucks or
Yeah.
whatever it is, right? I do think that honestly, the shuttle's pretty cool. But
Shuttle is pretty cool, I'm not going to lie.
speaking of that, so I acquired a vintage set yesterday.
You did?
I did. I
Oh,
bought one
is this the
locally.
one that was on the local? Okay,
Yeah,
local
yeah.
ads. All right.
So, and when you were just talking about this, that's why I went, oh, I remembered something dawned on me.
Is this something you can? Are you?
I'm not going to show it now because
Oh.
I've got to.
I wonder what
I
this
gotta
is.
put it together stuff. It'll come out in a video.
Oh, okay.
Or
we'll
maybe
get
I'll
there.
save it for next month when I have to present.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
But the lady said, "Oh, my son had an airport shuttle." I was like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah, I sold it for $650."
Oh,
But when she's like, "I sold it," I was thinking, "Why are you telling me? I don't need to know this anymore."
yeah. It's gone.
But
Thanks.
when she's like, "For $6," I'm like, $6,000 because it was on the local classified. So, anyways, I don't know if we answered your question, Jabo, but there you go.
The answer is no. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I will tell you what. How many airport shuttles have you ever taken to a World Heritage site? Because 50 Oswalds at Machu Picchu was pretty cool. That was a
That
good
will
flex.
never happen. I would be way too nervous traveling with my airport shuttle or in
yeah.
track.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, but that was pretty cool though. All right. Go
All
ahead.
right. So next, we've got a couple questions from Rob Lyons.
Hey, Rob.
First one is Captain America shield will probably go on sale like the Black Panther bust. It's
Yeah,
more of a
probably.
statement, but do you think that's true?
Yeah, I don't think it's not really that special. It's just a shield. It's very, you know what? I turned that down as a land
remember you
over
saying
early review set. I was like, it wasn't because I didn't like it. I guess that might have been part of it, but it was combined with a couple of other those new Marvel sets that came out, and I would think it was because I was really busy in the month of August with reviews, and I was like, I needed a break, so I was like, I turned them down. And you know what? I was in the Lego store, and I saw the shield there, and it's $200, right? 200 USD.
I think so.
And I went, So, and I thought, you know what? That's probably going to be a discount set.
So when I read this question, I don't
Yes.
doubt that it's not going to be it's not going to sell like hotcakes, right? I'm not disputing that. But when you compare it to like the Black Panther bust, I don't see it necessarily going because number one, it's lower. It's a $200 price point is much more palatable
Then 350. Yeah.
I would say. Number two, if someone has already collected like the Thor's hammer and some of those
Yes,
items,
if
this
you
will
have it-
match with that.
I agree.
better
I agree.
because the
Yeah.
bust doesn't fit the other helmets they've made.
Right.
It's much larger.
It's an outlier.
I could see it being a better seller than the Black Panther because I think, it's maybe a little more iconic. You can easily display it on a wall. I think it has some
It's an
advantages
attention
the
grabber,
Black
too.
Panther does not. That being said, I'm not probably going to
And,
buy it.
and you know what? You made a good
And
point
you can't
because
sling it
if-
around. It's not
yeah, you're not
sturdy.
going to run around with that thing outside. Well, my kids might want to, but the if I had Thor's hammer, and all I will say, I looked at Thor's hammer. I thought that'd be cool to have that, but I'm like, meh. It would just be like by itself.
Yeah.
But if you have that, among other things that are Marvel-based display objects, then yeah, that's right up your alley.
Because if you've got the gauntlet, you've got the hammer.
Yes,
that could go really well. So
absolutely.
I do think it's probably most likely better to wait, and you'll get it on discount.
It's not going to go. It's not going to go 40%. I say 20%. Yeah.
So.
It's just funny. We just know what's going to happen, and you can quote us on that.
So the next question Rob had was, the UFO at the airport would look cool lit up. Someone had talked about having the UFO at the airport. So he says, if you put it there, if you light it up, he said you could ask Jason to help you. So if you need lighting help, I can help you. But the problem is we don't have Mills plating, so you've got some issues still.
So let's see here. Maybe I could have it somewhere else in the city. I don't know. I was like, farmland would be kind of cool to have it like getting like a cow, going up to the saucer or something like that. Would be kind of fun.
Would you have farmland?
No.
Well, okay.
You know what? When I first built the city, it did have farmland because I just didn't. I even had
because you didn't have buildings.
I didn't have anything to go there, but I had the space, and I also had castle land. I actually had my castles in there. Well, a castle among other medieval sets, and I was like, hey, it's like a little theme park for castle themed, and it had the farm next to it, and I had hay bales out. I was like, man, look at this. The farm didn't last long. Good question. Thank you.
And then his last question is, hey, Alex, you should agree Ricardo Montalban's Khan and Vader are the two best villains in any sci-fi movie, period.
The Khan in the original series, yes. I didn't like Into Darkness. Which one is that one?
Oh, when it had
Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan. There was something. I mean, that was a good movie. There were some things that I didn't like about his particular Khan. Darth Vader, yeah, Darth Vader, just like, he's evil, and you knew it. All these other, like, I don't know, wannabe villains in the Star Wars universe, they're laughable compared to Vader. Khan, let's see, I'm trying to think if there's any other. Gosh, that's a good question. I never really thought about that. I might have to, like, circle back and just kind of give that some thought.
Yeah, I don't think you can argue with Vader.
No.
Because that's iconic across so many different genres. And people who even aren't even Star Wars fans, they know who Darth Vader is. They know he's the bad guy.
But Khan, man, he's sinister and cruel. Mm-hmm. Dang. He really, yeah.
Earbugs. I like that.
I was just remembering how fake that was. You know what's funny, though? Okay, so get this. So Chekhov's character, what's the actor's name? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Irregardless. He came on. What season did he come on? Do you remember? There was 3 seasons in the 60s.
Oh, in the TV show?
He came on in season 2. That episode, Space Seed, was in the first season. In Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan, he says, I never forget a face or a name. He says, Mr. Chekhov. I'm like, wait a minute, you guys never met. Boom. There you go. So there was an error there in the writing because Chekhov never met Khan. Because it was season 1. Boom. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was in season 1. And he's like, hey, it's Chekhov. No, you guys never met. No. The Botany Bay. Botany Bay? Botany Bay? Oh, no.
Botany Bay. Botany Bay. Oh, no.
Great movie. It's funny watching that now is kind of painful. After you've seen like modern movies, especially after you've seen Marvel and DC movies, the modern ones anyway.
Yeah.
But man, the writing, the actors, like it's so good because they didn't rely on special effects. They had to rely on the acting.
Yep.
And he was awesome. Yeah. When he died, like I don't know, 4, 5, 6 years ago, I was like, oh. I remember him. Well, I never met him when he was old. I saw him when he was an older guy with his plastic chest. Anyway, continue.
Okay.
Sorry, we went down a rabbit hole.
I did it again.
Look
what happens when you bring up Star Trek.
I did it again. Sorry.
All right, next is from Mardi Gras Man 23.
Sounds familiar.
Now, you might remember he had asked the question about if you have time. And then that was the whole interview with Mindy. Like it led to that whole thing.
Oh, okay.
So you need to remember that.
Oh,
when we're talking.
jeez, okay.
He says, "Hope I didn't get you in trouble, Alex."
No, you're good. You're good.
But that was really Jason's fault.
Yeah, it always is. Yeah.
So if Jason delivers ice cream and keeps you stocked with flavored Mountain Dew, what do you deliver?
I don't deliver.
This is the question I
That's a
I
good
read that. I'm like,
question.
what does he deliver?
What do I deliver? I gave you some Oswalds. I give you some Oswalds, right?
You did?
Yeah. Remember that one day? I have a video of it.
Oh, okay.
I have proof. I gave you a duplicate land set. Lego, to answer your question. What else?
You'll notice he didn't mention entertainment and friendship. I'm just saying, that's what I was hoping for.
Oh, now I feel bad.
No, he says, now here's the real
Well, he didn't say, he was saying like...
See, this is the thing you have to know about Marty Groman. He doesn't really care. He just likes to poke the bear.
He does, man.
That's like his whole thing. Like him and my wife and the couch. That's a whole thing.
Love that. I love that, man. No, keep those coming.
The suspense is terrible. He's gonna go this time. I hope it'll last.
Yeah, I want to see this like from a spectator's point of view, just seeing you and her.
And speaking of Mardi Gras Man, just wait till next week's episode. We might have some more poking of the bear. We don't know. There's something else, some surprise supposedly coming.
Ooh, all right.
I don't know. But he said, okay, here's the real question for both of you. Did you experience a dark age, and what got you back into Lego? And I think we've maybe talked about this.
Yeah, we've talked about dark ages. Yeah.
I think mine was much more pronounced than yours.
Yeah.
Longer.
Longer, yeah.
I don't know. Do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
Go ahead.
Yes, I did have a dark age. Aww. You know, I mean, I
play somber music.
I had lots of Lego. I mean, when I was a kid, actually, I would have to say probably, especially when I was the youngest, my big thing I would play with were Kenner Star Wars toys. Like that was like right in the sweet spot of when I was growing up. So I had a lot of those, but you know, by the time I was 7, 8, I'd kind of moved into Lego, and I remember, you know, 5, 6 years where I was really heavy into it, you know, with the boats, and you've seen some of those sets. Yeah. Weird wind-up cars. And, you know, I think like a lot of people just kind of, you know, oh, well, I'm interested in video games or, you know, girls or whatever, and just kind of got out of it. And, you know, then when I had my son, I enjoyed getting, you know, because I still kept all my Lego. That's why I have all those. And so he would play with those, and we would get him Lego. And, you know, even though I wasn't actively collecting, I would buy stuff that, like, oh, you'll like this.
Yeah.
It's Indiana Jones, you know. It was things I would like. And, but it was when he went back to college, or when he went to college, we had moved into our house, and I didn't have anything to do, and I said, I'm going to try to piece together. It was an old Indiana Jones set. I can tell you exactly which one. It was the
airport or the airplane.
No, it was the treasure chase. So it was the one with the 2 trucks and Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah.
That was the very first set. I'm like, I'm going to try to piece this together. And I went through and dug through this big box of parts, and I was able to piece it all together. And I did it. And then after that, you know, it was probably 2 months later, I bought this Disney castle. My wife gave me the go ahead. You know. And I bought a thing or two like before that, but that was kind of when I really got back into it.
Cool.
And that's my story. So
that's a good story. Yeah, it's sad, but it happens to all of us. I think most of us, if not all.
I would say most, not all.
Most, not. Yeah. If you've avoided a dark age, it's because you got it. Well, I don't know. If you got into Lego later in your life, then is your dark ages your entire life leading up to that?
Well, when I was born till I was 22, was my dark age.
Yeah. So, I think I've said this before. But my dark ages they had a direct relationship with how I was doing financially in my life. So I think the period was like when I was 18, 19 years old. I just didn't have the resources. I was trying to find myself, and it wasn't until like I had a more stable life when I was about maybe 25, 26. Yeah.
I mean, that's a short... I think for a lot of people, the gap is larger than
that. I did get some Lego in that period. There was some time where I got a little like a bump. I got some sets, but I never had them out. I was never like hardcore collecting, you know, anything like that. But when I met Mindy and we were dating and got married, that's when it picked up again, I noticed. So Mindy's my good luck charm, I guess, with getting back into it. Usually it's the opposite. Usually guys get married and then that's their dark ages. Like, that's it, you know, but it's not that.
Like
for
I
me,
said,
thank
that
goodness.
was part of mine. I mean, the girls.
Girls
won't like me if I like Lego.
Well, you know what?
I've come to realize I think I have more followers that are women than men. I don't know, maybe not.
Interesting. No, yeah, that's like I never felt embarrassed or like when I was older. Like I was a little subconscious about it when I became a teenager and it said ages 8 to 12. You know, I was like, oh, I'm so klutzy and I'm 13, 14, 15 years old. So I was like a little self-conscious about that because I was like, oh man, my people are going to make fun of me, which actually some people did. But
some people still do.
Which is fine, whatever. But back then, you know, when you're a little subconscious about it. But I remember, but when I entered adulthood, I was always happy to say, yeah, I got Lego. It's a freaking awesome toy. And I would tell them, like, I have an awesome city. And you know, for the most part, girls are, like, pretty cool with that. I'm like, oh, interesting. Because it's kind of hard to visualize.
Well, they don't get it. They're
it's
like,
hard to
oh,
visualize.
you have
Like,
a few
yeah.
Lego.
It's like, oh, I played with Lego when I was little, too. Like, well.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I just started my new job and I met with everyone on my team and told them I collect Lego.
Yeah.
And I said, yes, I'm a man in my 40s and I play with kids' toys.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing I said, I promise you, whatever you think of as having a lot of Lego, I have more. I figured that was probably fairly accurate.
That is fairly accurate, yeah.
So,
good question. Thank you.
all right, next is from Kenneth R-XO4KN.
Oh,
Gotta love the
I know.
handles.
Yeah, I know, Kenneth. Yeah.
He said, I follow Jang Bricks, Brixie, Jason's Brixin 5, Alex Noons, and Brickzar, not Brickstar. Now, one of these doesn't fit with all the others, so I'll let you figure out which one that is. He said, Jason, I have a question for you.
Nice.
There you go.
Excellent.
Yeah,
I'm going to lean back and just watch.
Who's the Lego character you're collecting with 144? Well, first off, it's not 144. Do you know what the number is now?
Hold on a second. Let me see if I can guess this. I think, okay, are you including this last
Not the
order?
new purchase. It doesn't
Ooh,
come.
not including that. I think you're at 190.
Oh, no, not that high. So I counted
Really?
them right before Brick Slopes. Remember, I put them all that night and took them.
Yeah.
I had 167.
Yeah.
When I was in Peru, I acquired 4 more.
Oh, okay.
So 171.
Nice.
So I have 171 Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. He is from the Disney 100 CMF, the last great CMF series, because there's no boxes. Yeah, we don't. That's for answer next week.
We'll talk
That's
about
right.
that another time.
He is actually the very first character that was created by the Walt Disney Company. So he was prior to Mickey Mouse.
The original character.
They created, I think it's 26 or 27 cartoon shorts between 1927 and 28. And then the distributor who actually owned the rights to the character took them away from Walt Disney. And that's when Walt Disney had to create Mickey Mouse, and it's a whole thing. And anything after those are not Oswald. I don't think of them as Oswald. Like, they still did them for decades, but...
Yeah.
And do you want to know an interesting story about Oswald and why he's back with Disney?
Because they canceled Mickey Mouse?
So he ended up being owned by Universal.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And so it was in the early 2000s, I think. You know Al Michaels, the sports announcer?
Sure.
He used to do Monday Night Football, and he did
Oh, yeah, okay. So,
Do You Believe in Miracles?
yes, gotcha.
So,
Okay.
real famous sports announcer. Anyways, he wanted to leave ABC and go over to NBC. I don't know if it was for Sunday Night Football or what it is, but he wanted to go over there. And so they were working out a deal, and part of the deal, the Disney CEO said, hey, there's this old character, we want the rights to him back. So they traded Al Michaels, a sports...
Really?
That's part of the deal, yeah. So, and most people do not know who he is because, like I said, they only made 27 cartoons, and I think there's 6 of them that are lost.
It's pretty interesting because they could have fit other characters into that CMF, but they put Oswald in there, which is really cool. Great for you, obviously. But
Great
just
for them. I bought them all.
for the well,
If it was anyone else, I probably would.
but just for the recognition of Oswald
Yeah.
and who he is.
Yeah.
He's a lucky rabbit.
So,
Classic OG character right there.
yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so this question is from My Linda Noons 8607. Do you know her?
I'm nervous now. What's going on?
She says, "Is that," and then in parentheses, using iPhones, the reason Alex's voice is off?
Is my voice off?
I don't know. You sound like you sound to me. I think it's just because you do more voices in our episodes than you do the others. You know, you do Kirk and the little kid.
Is that the complete? Is she cut off? Is that her whole question?
I think that's the whole question.
Is that the reason Alex's voice is off? I don't know, babe. I assume you're my babe.
Is that her name, actually? My Linda?
Yeah. Okay. Melinda with a Y.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's her. No, that's her. Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
That was a question we had last month. Apple or Android, you might remember.
I remember.
And we had quite a response on
yeah.
that. People were like, "Oh, Android all the way."
It's a hot topic, man.
Yeah,
Watch
I did not
out.
copy all of those. And also, we get a lot of comments. I should have probably started with this, but 30 minutes in is better than never.
Is it 30 minutes in?
I don't know. I'm making that up.
Goodness.
We get a lot of comments of people telling us how much they enjoy our show. Yeah. Someone said, "I love you guys." I just want to make sure people know we do read those. We appreciate them.
We really do, yeah.
And that's part of the reason I enjoy doing this.
Yeah,
is because
the interaction.
People seem to enjoy it.
That's the whole reason I did my YouTube channel, was the interaction with other AFOLs. Yeah. That was the motivation. It's like, oh my gosh, there's a whole other world out there of AFOLs. Just like I thought I was alone back in the day. And this is just another awesome way to connect. Yeah. And doing it with a fellow AFOL, a show with you is awesome. So there you go. I answered your question. Was it Earl? Was that what he was asking? What do I get out of it? Yes, I get an AFOL friend. Locally.
No, he was asking what you deliver, but that's a whole different
thing. No, I don't deliver anything.
All right, the next question is from Brick HQ.
Hey, Brick HQ, what's up? Good to hear from you again.
First, he says, Android all the way. Europe getting stuff before the U.S. isn't too fair. However, I'm pretty sure it's because of the different consumer habits. Europe does have better access to pieces. Having been to the brick wall at a number of stores, they generally were better. Plus, I do wonder, do you think their standard orders take as long as they do to come to the U.S.?
No, in fact,
I would think not.
Let me say this. I have a friend who's in the U.K., and I was asking him about his pickup brick orders, because he does them. And he says that he gets the pickup brick orders. These are not the best sellers. Like in the States, we have bestseller and then everything else. The best sellers get to us, I don't know, 5 to 6 business days.
I get those like in a week.
Very quick. In fact, I just got one recently. I was like, that's fast. And that's a big deterrent of me choosing the pieces that I do, because they'll get here a lot faster. But I digress. Irregardless. I asked him about it. He's like, we get them about 9 to 10 days. It might have not even been that. But I was like, oh, if that were the case, man, that would be so much fun. Because I told him, like...
But you know what? I'm not saying he's lying or wrong, but why do I not get a notice for so long that it's been shipped? Like, do they just put me... Like, that's the thing that bothers me about it, and this is not a rant video, but it seems like they wait 3 weeks to ship it.
They're like, oh,
let's let them wait.
Anyway. I don't know, man. I don't have all the answers.
Brick HQ also says, this is, I think, back to last month. You had your Giants stuff on. He said, my team is the Pirates. They also were pretty bad. Yeah, I feel bad for you. That they deserve a better team than they've gotten for the last 9 decades.
And the Pittsburgh Pirates, that's where Barry Bonds got his start. Played for the...
Bobby Bonilla.
Bonilla.
Yeah. But he said, I might be interested in general Lego merch. And Oswald and a tipper truck collab would be awesome.
It would be really cool.
And I might make a Royal Guard army.
That would be pretty cool. That'd be quite unique. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah. And the thing I was wondering, I'm assuming we're talking about like the
red coats.
The red from the Emperor.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Where are you going to get those? Like, they don't come in a battle pack. You're going to buy like the...
Yeah, they're kind of like, they come in pairs, I've noticed, in sets. Right, generally speaking.
But what are the small? Like, they haven't had a small set in a long time.
With guards in it.
Mm-hmm. They had the final battle or whatever, that remake that they did a couple years ago, like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It had 2 of them, but it was $100. So if you make that army, I would be impressed.
Is it the Royal Guard Star Wars army, or is it the British Royal Army?
Well, I was going Star Wars. If it's the other,
go British.
It's less interesting. I don't know where you can get British ones now. That's even harder to find,
that would be
probably.
only a CMF, I think. That's about it. But yeah. That would be a lot. That would be more unique because of that.
Ooh, there was, speaking of CMF, there was something really cool I saw in Peru.
Really?
Maybe I'll show you at some point.
Maybe I'll show you. Maybe I won't.
Well, it's on the camera that's videoing us.
Oh, okay.
That's
Well,
hopefully videoing us.
hopefully it's not turned
I
off.
worry every time.
All right.
This is from Dana Farren, 74.
Hi, Dana. Good to hear from you.
She says, question for both of you.
Oh, all right.
When you take a set out of your city to make room, do you disassemble them? She says, that is what I do. It also gives me the opportunity to enjoy a great building experience all over again.
That's a great question, Dana. I think for me, mostly, like when I look in all the sets that I have in storage, they're not like completely pieced apart. Because I do, in fact, intend to get them back out again at some point, but they are severely damaged to the point where I might just end up rebuilding them anyway from scratch. But it's all about getting them to fit. Like when I took down my space collection recently, and I try to keep those together as much as possible. But some of them are just like that large Explorian ship has like this massive long wingspan. I had to disassemble that one pretty dang good to get that thing, because it takes up so much space otherwise. But I try to keep them together, but when you're stacking them on top of each other in plastic bags, you don't want to lose pieces, so they're all in their individual bags.
Yep.
Or multiples of sets go in the same bag, things like that. But no, I don't take them apart like that, but I do make sure I clean them, because when I try to put them back together again, I'm like, these are dirty. So I don't think I super cleaned them. You know what? My Blacktron sets, I need to actually start scrubbing some of those pieces
Those
out.
ones with the chalk?
It wasn't the chalk came off just fine.
Okay.
I brushed them, I vacuumed them, that was okay. But there's some stuff on it. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It wasn't. Anyway, I'm gonna have to probably do like a deep wash next time I get those guys out. So. Yeah.
For me, I do not. I do the same thing, because I've had to take down some of my Star Wars sets. I haven't run into this too much recently, and I haven't had to take anything out of my city, but mostly off of the walls. So I've taken Star Wars sets down, and I will a lot of times have to take them apart in chunks, but I'll try to keep them in like big chunks.
Big chunks.
Right. And
Big
then I
chunks.
can put together pretty simply. So, yeah, I'm the same way. I don't want to do the book in reverse. That seems tedious to me, honestly.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. That's a great question. That's a good one. Good one.
Next question is from One Clever Pig. And when I read that, I was thinking, is that Charlotte? But then that's the spider.
That's the spider.
From Charlotte's Web.
Yeah.
I can't remember the pig's name. Do you remember the pig's name?
Wait, hold on.
I couldn't remember for the life of me.
Wait. Why can't I think of
I
the pig's name?
don't know.
No, shoot. Oh, gosh. Hold on. There's already somebody like yelling at the
Someone's
screen.
like, it's going to be in the comment next week.
I know, it totally
I
is.
know.
Yeah. I'm going to think about that as we answer these questions.
Wilbur.
Wilbur. Yeah, it's Wilbur. Yeah, I think it is Wilbur.
It might be.
Is it
Okay.
Wilbur? Let us know.
I don't know.
It's Wilbur.
That's probably like the duck or something.
That's my final answer.
All right.
Okay, sorry.
Imagine my crushing disappointment to learn that Alex is not a radio host with that lovely voice. You might remember we were asked what we do for our day
Yes.
job.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I missed my calling in life. I should have been a radio host, I guess, or something with talking on the internet or over radio or something. I don't know.
And then we have an Ask Jason from our
We
Clever
haven't asked
Pig.
Jason.
Yes.
Okay, Clever Pig. Thank you. All
They
right.
said, ask Jason, what is your end goal with Oswald?
Yeah, dude. I don't think you even have
Will
a goal. You're
you
just like
ever stop?
go till you die, man.
Do you plan to own all Oswalds, or at least have a big enough market share to artificially inflate the Oswald stonk market?
Oh, you could corner the market, and you set the price of Oswald.
Yes, but it only works, number one, if people want it.
I got my Oswald. I'm happy.
I know. And I gave him to you, and I can't believe I did. I should have gave you everyone but Oswald. Nah, I wouldn't do that.
Thanks, buddy. What a true friend.
Hey, I gave it to you. That's all I'm going to say.
Thank you.
What is my goal? I don't know. Just get as many as I can.
Yeah, well, you're going to hit a wall here pretty soon, right? Because it's done. So
Well, they
you're-
don't have them at the
you're-
Lego
yeah,
store.
that's done. So
Yeah.
you're basically looking off of private sellers.
Yes.
So you're probably just going to scour them. It's probably kind of like what Jabo does with the tipper trucks.
Yeah.
Just like kind of like, oh, they have one or they don't have one or whatever.
And I think a lot of it's going to come down to price. Like, I don't want to pay crazy.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
going to pay
Yeah.
$15, $30 for a stupid Oswald figure.
But
I-
if you're at $2.99 and you find one for $20,
then I'll keep looking. I'm not gonna
There's
pay
the
$20
limit. That's your answer.
Well,
Until it gets
well, that's
too
not
expensive.
the limit for the art. Well, I guess that's
But that's it. That's
I
the
guess
barrier,
that's it.
right?
yeah. If it doesn't make sense, I'm not gonna buy it. But Jabba's the same way, right? He will.
Yeah.
He won't buy them from stores where it's one, and I've got to pay $20 to have it shipped from Europe.
Right. Yeah.
And I think it's kind of the same thing.
Maximize your utility.
Yeah. So, do I have a goal? Yes. I'd like
Get
to
'em
own
all.
all of them. That would be awesome. My wife, she's like, "What am I gonna do with these when you die?" I said, "Just put them in the casket with me and put us in the ground."
You're like buried in hospital.
That would be awesome. All right. Let's see. John Pal 2431.
Hi, John.
I'd buy some merch. Would love one of those breaking news shirts. I think this might be what he's
there
referring
you
to.
go.
Just remember to get a grown men's size 4X.
Okay, we'll remember that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we want to do merch? We did have a few people say they want to do that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I know you're more of the.
I know I'm the
you're
one
a
that
merch
landed.
guy. I never intended to do any kind of merch, but I guess if there's a demand for it, why not? It's kind of like that question we got about a breaking news channel, and there. Oh, is that another
get
question?
asked that,
Oh, I'll wait. I'll wait
yeah.
then. I'll pump the brakes.
Okay.
Continue on. I'm done.
All right.
Is that?
Yeah, I mean that's
All right,
it.
merch, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I've thought about it.
Where's our merch?
We could maybe think about.
Merch.
I thought about it. If we did a way for people to get it.
And if you would like your merch from the Breaking News channel, this lovely shirt or this sticker, then go to this website and order today and support our channel. Thank you.
Wow, that's that radio voice they're talking about.
Yeah, there you go. Actually, just that this Breaking News episode is brought to you by
It
merchandise.
made me laugh when you had that and your things you got from.
I got 'em.
I was like, I guess,
We got
whatever.
it. We were giving them away, but yeah, I got a new. I had to put. I got a new one of these, and see, I got Jason's Bricks in 5. That's a new sticker. I think it's a new sticker. I don't know. Yeah. I had another Brick Trains sticker. Thank goodness.
Yep.
I got Bricks and Minifigs, BBG Force, a full. I had to transplant this one, Joey. If you're watching,
Don't send him any more stickers.
You can send me more.
Because it's full.
No, you can always send me more. And
Where
I
you gonna
got
put 'em?
I got Capital Reef on here. I had these stickers, but I couldn't fit them on the other one. But here. See, I used to have the big sticker on it, but look at that. We are
had to
diversifying
downgrade.
our merchandise by getting a smaller sticker.
We're also diversifying the amount we had to pay. That's more what I would say.
Yes, I think that's more in line. Yeah. All right, continue.
All right,
on.
let's see. So the great Jim Bob said, "Great video, guys.
No.
What Lego do you have displayed / playable outside of the main Lego areas of your house, i.e., outside of the cities and in Alex's office? Do you have any displayed on your desks at work?" For Alex, well, we'll do that and then I'll ask the other part. Do you have Lego outside of that?
Did he say the house?
Well, yeah, he said, so basically, do you have it in other areas? Because people have seen, like in here you have it, down in your city, and in your office. Do you have it other places?
It is literally everywhere, in every single bedroom, in every room of the house.
Wait, you have Lego in your bedroom?
Yes, I do now, because of the houses of the world. Mindy's put them in there, and any kind of like little set that she likes, she puts on the chest of drawers. So yeah, it actually is in our bedroom now. Josh has it in his. Jimmy has tons in his room.
Yeah.
Anyway, where is it not is the
bathroom.
question. Bathrooms, and I was thinking like, are they in the bathroom? Like, no, I don't think there's any in the bathrooms. Well, the garage has boxes. I have like the large Star
like
Wars
the
UCS
UCS
boxes out there inside of their shipping boxes. So I don't know if that counts as Lego, but gosh, I think the living room where we have our TV, is that the living room, family room, whatever they call it? I don't think that. Oh no, it has tons of Lego in it. Never mind. They're bulk Lego because Jimmy has all.
Jimmy
this,
always brings it in.
Yeah,
I always see
tons are
that.
in there.
He's always doing.
The kitchen, maybe. It's all over.
Yeah.
It's just everywhere.
And
Yeah.
and I think my videos, I don't think I've really shown much outside of, the room where I have my city.
Yeah.
So you've seen it, like upstairs.
There's Lego.
when
There's
you
Lego in
come
my backyard right now. It's in a pick-a-brick cup getting. It's a bunch of white pieces.
Oh,
yeah,
because
getting
you're
de-yellowed.
doing the sun thing.
I think they've actually been out there for 2 weeks. I forgot all about them until this moment. Like, I think those are still out there. Hopefully they're nice and white by now.
They're going to be clear.
Yeah, translucent, transparent.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, you've seen my house when you come in,
Yeah.
the front room.
Your house looks more like a Lego fanatic than mine does upon entry. So when you walk in, you see like the stairs, you know, and you have to like look to the left or the right. Yours, it's right there, bam.
But it's just
there's no
one.
mistake. Well, no, it's not just
Like
one.
when you open the door, you only see one main set.
the Star
Millennium
or the
Falcon?
Millennium Falcon, yeah. But you also I'm just saying. I guess
Because
so.
the train is there. You're
But
correct.
you have a bunch
the Hogwarts train.
on like where you go downstairs. You have a bunch on that like little ledge, whatever. There's
Oh, on
tons
the
on
half
there.
wall?
The half wall,
Oh, there's
yeah.
tiny
You have a
little
bunch of Harry
postcards.
Potter sets.
No, I do not.
all over the
I do
place.
not have any Harry Potter sets.
Fiverton Gal has Lego sets of
That
Harry
is
Potter
probably more
all over the
correct.
place, and I want to know where she thinks she's going to put that Gringotts.
Exactly what I told you. The same place you're going to put your Venator.
I don't know, guys. It's I don't know what I'm gonna do. I gotta figure something out.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is Ask Alex, not Ask Alex where he's gonna fit the Venator. So awesome though. This is the first
Guess
video
what
we're
question
making.
is going to be
though.
next month? This is not the first video we're making about the Venator.
No.
We've
That I'm
talked-
in where the Venator's at. Well, I did my release video about it, but other than that,
I
it's
think
like,
it was in like one of our first videos we talked about it.
I think you're right.
Because
yeah.
I told you.
He's like,
you
"It's
were like,
coming."
"Oh."
Like, well, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Accurate. Okay. And I've got a rant for that. And then he says, for Alex, do Josh and Jimmy have their own supplies in their room to build and play in the basement? Well, they do have it in their rooms. Not so much in the basement because there's no room.
Josh and Jimmy are at different very, very different stages of life. Josh is in high school. He plays football. That's his life right now. And and girls, things like all those distractions.
So
right?
he's in his dark ages.
He's in his dark ages. He has Lego sets in his room. He's got the motorcycles, the Harley Davidson, the Yamaha.
So like the more Technic.
Yes, he loves the Technic builds. And whenever I get a Lego set, he'll look at it and he'll decide right away if it's something he's interested in building with me or not. Most of the time he's like, no, I'm good. You know, but if it's a cool, like complex, fun set, I don't know what's fun to him, honestly. Like the 1/8 scale vehicles, he really likes those. And he'll build them. Like the Titanic, I still kind of like, he built most of that because he loved it so much. But he's not into it right now. But Jimmy he's all about making his own stuff. And he's not really downstairs playing in the city or anything like that. But that's his life right now. But he's discovered video games, unfortunately, and he's really interested in screen time. So when he's not doing that, he's playing around with the bulk Lego. He's so much bulk Lego. It's like it's on the stairs. You
Yeah,
saw on
I
the
saw
stairs
those.
because that's where he plays. He plays Lego on the stairs. We walk on the stairs. So guess what happens to me? Oh gosh. Anyway, but yeah, he has Lego everywhere. He has a bunch of Lego in this big, massive, I don't know what you call it, bucket, for lack of a better term. I don't know what else to call it. It's this big box. It's not even anyway, it's full of Lego pieces. And he buys the Minecraft set. Well, he doesn't, but we buy him Minecraft sets, but we give him like an allowance, and if he's good at school and whatever, he makes money or earns money, and he just blows it at anything
Bricks and
Minecraft.
minifigs.
Bricks and minifigs, any kind of minifigure. He loves those. So, but yeah, but Josh not so much anymore. Will he ever return? I don't know. Maybe he won't. But he grew up in a house where he had just tons of Lego all over the place all the time. So maybe he's just like, whatever, I'm good.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. And then I wonder if that
Keep you
will
updated.
have an impact, like later on. It'd be like, man, growing up, Lego was everywhere. I hate it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
No, he was strong into it when he was like Jimmy's age, actually.
Yeah, if you watch
And-
your earliest videos, you can see him. And
Oh
and
yeah,
that, so,
yeah, for
you know,
sure.
Weird.
Anyway, was it? Did I answer the question?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. All right. So our next question is from Blah1_A_fool, and it is AFOOL.
Oh,
So I don't know.
Interesting.
A
Okay.
blah a fool.
Blah one. Okay, cool.
So, let's see. Ask Alex. As many of human civilization's impressive buildings are religious buildings, should Lego begin to make religious building sets? architecture has been close.
Yeah.
Like the Taj Mahal. But some cathedrals, mosques, synagogues, etc. could be quite impressive builds.
I agree. Yeah.
Do you think they would ever do that, though?
I don't think they will.
I think they would lean against it just
Probably.
because is that maybe go to an area that might lead to people feeling excluded or whatever.
Yeah, you're never going to make everybody happy. When it comes to religion and politics, you're asking for trouble.
Yes.
So I think Lego is probably best off just not even getting into that unless, I don't know, maybe they can figure out a way to make it work. I would be interested in it if they could make that work. But in the meantime, people have put together some pretty impressive mocks of all of what you just said there, and they're really cool.
Yeah, they have some great cathedrals, like on Unbreakable. I saw someone make one, and it's like, wow. But I can see why they wouldn't make that, right? You know, because that's probably not going to sell well in India
certain
somewhere
regions
like
of the
that,
world.
right?
Yeah,
You know, just like you made the temple mock.
Yeah,
There's a very limited market for that.
yes,
Right. So let's
very
be honest,
very
right?
limited. Yeah, and I made like a community church. You know, it's like non-denominational, and I just put it together in my city. That's kind of like, hey, I'll put some religion here because I don't want to just have like this big LDS temple.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, I'll put a community church in here around the neighborhood, and it fits really well. In fact, I need to rebuild that.
The one because of your wife, because of Club X?
Well, Club X, no, the temple was because of Club X.
Okay.
That was like my first big mock, I guess.
Okay.
But I miss Club
I still
X.
laugh about that.
Club X.
Did it have an interior?
No comment.
Oh man! Now was there
Come
a
on.
video? Just tell me.
There's
if I gotta go
no,
find
I
it.
can't find. There's no video of
Okay.
it. You can see it. You can see it in one of my old. Maybe you could see Club X. It's like this tiny little red building, and it's got this big X on the top. It didn't last long. All right.
Oh man!
It was great. It was great. Club
If
X,
you've
baby.
waited this long in the video, this is the payoff. This kind of stuff here.
You made it. You made it. All right.
Question from OT2011-Brucey.
Brucey. Hey, Brucey.
Question for Alex. Do you see yourself getting bored of Lego in, say, 10 years from now?
I don't think so. No, I've always been passionate with Lego, and that passion has always grown, especially as I've grown older. The way that I work with Lego has changed quite a bit, I think, with just like from the playing to the creating to the organization and things like that. So it evolves. I will say it might evolve into something different. I don't know what that looks like in 10 years, but I can honestly say in 10 years' time that I will definitely be very much involved in the Lego hobby still. No doubt. In fact, I always think about my retirement. When I'm retired, I am going to be building Lego. I'm going to be doing it full time, baby. So stay tuned. if you live that long, if I live that long. Good question.
Your channel's going to be full time? Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean just maybe. I don't know. The channel, that's different. I don't know about my YouTube channel. I do that
Will
because...
YouTube be around? I mean,
Will YouTube be around? I don't know. Maybe it'll evolve into something else. Because shorts are.
old.
I don't like the shorts. I don't do the shorts. I try to, but I'm not good with them like the little kids are. The teenagers and the 20-year-olds are with it. I can't hammer that out. Maybe that's...
I struggle with finding a way to make things that are successful.
Yeah.
Because what I find interesting and entertaining, and you and
Yeah.
Jabo and people of our demographic is different than what
It is
my
different.
kids think. Like I don't sit there on my phone, and I've
Yeah.
looked at 8 million things and feel I know what's the deal.
Yeah, it's a time waster. It really is, and I've fallen into that trap. I'm like going, oh my gosh, it's like
I spent
midnight,
30 minutes doing this.
and I've accomplished nothing, and I'm dumber. I think I've lost brain cells looking at this idiotic things on the internet. But it doesn't matter. I do what I like to do, which is I make the videos the way I want to make them. If people want to watch them, great. If not, that's fine. It's okay. But I'm going to do what I enjoy doing. And if that means, I don't do the YouTube channel in the future, then that's one thing. But irregardless, I enjoy the hobby, and I enjoy making videos, and I enjoy the podcast. And I hope we do it for a long time because it's a lot of fun.
Well, and if things go more towards shorts and other things we do, we will just become what?
Obsolete.
No, rare.
But not expensive.
I don't think we're expensive. No, actually we are. I look around, we are expensive.
Very expensive.
Our wives
Well,
would
because of this, we are broke.
argue.
Anyway.
Let's see. So he had another question for Alex. How long have you been with the LAN, and would you recommend it?
I've been with the LAN for a year and a quarter. So what was that, 15 months? And would I recommend it? I'm not really sure how to answer that question. It really just depends. An ambassador has a lot of responsibilities. You are a public figure. Your information is out there. Anybody can find you. You can go on the LAN and find
They have
where,
a map that shows
they
where
go,
you are.
You can go right up to my house. It's not a secret. So that's one thing to be aware of, is that you are a public figure. You have responsibilities. You have to be active on the LAN every single day. You have to make sure that you are communicating, not with just your audience, the people you represent, but with the LAN in various ways. So they have reports. Sure, that's easy. The reports are easy because you do a report on something. It's very specific on what you're doing. You send it to them, whatever. But they also want to know, like, what's going on. Are there leaks? Who's sending these leaks, or where are you finding this information? A big one is the CMFs right now, the Marvel 2 CMFs. It's a big deal right now with the boxes. And there's a huge forum going on with a lot of ambassadors talking about what their communities are seeing and doing and things like that. So, I guess people look at it as like a way to get free Lego sets. And it's not like that. I mean, that's an element of it. But that actually hasn't been all, rainbows and unicorns for me either, because they send me sets. And I can talk about this in another video. It's more LAN related because there's a lot of information.
Well, we have talked about it, right? They
send you
sets that you're just frankly
not
interested
there's new information I got because I spoke with one of the LAN community managers. It wasn't Jordan, it was somebody else that's over specifically fan media, and it was a great conversation. I asked her a lot of questions because she wanted to follow up about how things are going with me and my community. And I said, well, it's been great. It's been good, for the community and myself. It's been a learning process. But it's also been very educational for my community, because there's a lot of gray area around the LAN, like misunderstandings and things like that. There's a lot of negativity surrounding it, depending on who you talk to. Yep. But it adds a lot of value, like incredible value to the AFOL community, to us. And it's awesome to see that. And they are very passionate about the AFOL community and that growth and the LAN specifically and the LAN's future. People say it's going to go away. It's not helpful. It's not working. No, it is working very well, where they actually do want to grow it. And it was a great conversation I had with her, and I asked her questions about our early reviews and things like that. I won't get into it, it's kind of boring, but I talked to her specifically about getting these early offer sets and why is it 13 sets all at once, not just like selecting one set at a time, things like that. And there wasn't like a clear answer on that, but there was just like the year that I joined, it was just they changed it, where they send out all the SKUs. All of them went out. So that's why I have stunt sets. That's why I have 4+ sets. And so my challenge was, I'm going off on a rant here. It's not a really rant, but the question is, would I recommend it? And let me focus on that. It depends. It really just depends on what you want to do. If it's a community that you feel can be represented well as a recognized fan media for Lego, then yeah, do it, absolutely. They get hundreds of applications. They review it every 6 months. They get hundreds of applications. Just a handful of people make it every time. But if you're in a community, so let's say fan media, like it's a YouTube channel or a Twitch, whatever, and it's not about following. Yeah, you have to have a following. Let's not lie about that. Like, oh yeah, you can have 10 people. But there's YouTube channels that are very large that have been declined, and there's some that have been small that have been accepted. That's just how it goes. But it's about the demographic you represent. Where you are logistically plays a part. Like in the U.S. is pretty well represented. I think a big reason why I was able to be selected was because of where I am. It's not Utah. This general area wasn't really well represented as far as fan media goes. There's a lug that represents it very well, but not necessarily fan media. So things like that, they take into consideration. They take into consideration where you're going to be in 5 years. It's a pretty detailed process, actually. So
and I think it's also the content you're creating. Like, is it a niche that they want or have? Like, because you weren't asking them, I want to do Star Wars sets. You probably wouldn't have been accepted, I would guess.
No,
right?
If I was a Star Wars channel, I just like Star Wars, it's all about Star Wars.
Because I don't see a lot of stunts reviews or the smaller city sets,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I think that might be, maybe they sold you a bill of goods a little bit to sneak those into you. I don't know. I'm not going to
Probably,
say
yeah.
that, but I think they saw your brand represents what they like. And there's a little bit of an open market there. It's not just because you live in Utah and there's no one near here.
And it is, and I said this before. It's about representation for them.
Yep.
And if you got that in the bag, then that just helps your odds a little bit more. So anyway, that was a long-winded answer. I don't know, to be honest with you. It just really depends on what you're looking for.
Well, and it's hard because it's not like you can apply and just get accepted. Like
I had no expectation.
Even getting accepted is pretty rare, I would say.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was honored to get. So I don't like look at it like, oh yeah, whatever. It's not a big deal. It is a big deal, and I'm really proud of the fact that my channel is, Lego recognized by the Lego Group as fan media. It's pretty cool.
Now, I will piggyback off this. You didn't ask this question, but I will tell you as far as going to a LAN meeting not as a member, I do not recommend it because they'll kick you out.
I am really sorry
Even if
about
you're invited
that.
by a LAN member.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I should have known.
I'm like, are you sure you should be here? No, it's fine.
Even if you were in that, you would have got nothing out of it. I mean, it was fine.
It's fine.
But
if nothing else, it provided a good story.
But let's just say this. There were a lot of people in there that got up and walked out because of that. There was a lot.
Only like 3 or 4.
No. There were more than that.
Yeah.
There was several people that got, and then people kept coming in and getting kicked out. You're like,
But, I thought it was a bit much when they, turned on the music. Hey, goodbye. No.
nah. And I was like there, bye, Felicia.
See you, losers.
Goodbye, losers whom I've always hated.
All right, next question. We're gonna pick this up.
Oh my
I think
gosh.
this is gonna be
I'm
our
so
record
sorry,
episode.
guys.
That's fine.
Man, whatever. It's all good.
This is from Jamie Clavel 4113. We love you guys.
Oh, thank you. We love you too.
Oh, that's right. I kept this one because they think we should change the name of our rants. They said the kids love Grind My Gears.
This is what grinds my
They
gears.
voted to change the name for the rants to Grind My Gears.
It grinds my Technic Lego gears.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, that sounds too technic.
We could have like some Technic elements.
Like, with
grinding.
broken gear.
Oh, jeez. No, that's good. I like that. I like grind my gears. That's where like grinds. That's like a Family Guy reference, right? It's like that's where it grinds my gears. Peter Griffin. Anyway, sorry. That's good. Thank you.
All right. Next from Raymond Dias 4228. Alex, how long after the convention did your wife let you keep your beard? That's what it said. It cut off the end there.
I don't know.
I still have it, so keep watching.
I mean,
You'll see.
I trim it.
Does your wife?
No, she
complain
doesn't
about it?
like facial hair, but she's not like, you better shave that. She's not like that. She'll let me do what I want to do with it. But I will say this, it does get, like, I actually want to shave it now. It's getting kind of the point where I'll just trim it down really short, whatever. And like sometimes you guys see it, like it's really thin. I guess it's kind of it's like the thicker part of it, honestly. So it's weird. I never thought I would be in a Lego related video talking about my facial hair, but here we are. But
Are we going to do No Shave November? Something like that?
you know what's
Making
so
your
funny?
own?
That's what started the beard for me about 5 years ago.
Is it?
Yeah, it was No Shave November. I was like, let's do this, and you know what? I liked it. So I kept it. And once in a while, I think one time it got pretty long. I'm like, this is awful. How do guys get it so long? I can't do that, man. So don't expect that from me. Plus, it's getting kind of white and gray. A lot
My
of
wife gets
pepper.
on me about that. Oh, you're salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper, baby. It's all good. I look distinguished. Anyway.
Yes.
When I start feeling old, then I'll start shaving it more to get my baby face back.
Okay. Minion Munchkin says, love the content. Currently catching up.
Oh, great.
P.S. Irregardless isn't a word. Did you know this?
You know what? Irregardless of what they think, I think it is a word.
I would agree.
Yes, that is the joke.
We are the rare people that think it's a word.
It sounds so cool. It makes me feel so smart saying it, but it has the opposite effect. Irregardless. Irregardless of what you might think of the word irregardless.
Scary Fingers 101.
Scary Fingers.
Are you going to be checking out the new Station Park store soon?
No.
I will tell you, I went last night. Watch next week. That's like what my rant's about. The end.
I have no interest in going.
Oh, wait till you wait. Okay, next question. I'm not going to go any further because
I'll find out pretty
I've
quick.
got to keep this.
But I'll know, but you won't.
Yeah. It's too bad this
Tune in
question was
next
so
week.
late. There's like 3 people. So it's like John
They're like,
Lowe and Marty
I
Gras Man
can't
still
do this
watching.
anymore. Just turn it off. I need to go to bed. All right.
All right,
almost
next
there.
one is... I don't know. I'll let you read that name.
Oh, I got to read it? Whoa, dude. Jesus Daniel Tudor's Lego channel.
Yeah, exactly.
I probably butchered that.
Nailed
Sorry,
it.
man. Nailed it.
Great interview. Oh, this I think might have been on the Jordan
Paxton
one.
Yeah.
But how much popularity do you need to enter the Lego Ambassador Network as a fan media? I think we kind of talked about this earlier.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter your following.
Because I've seen someone. There's someone in there I know. I've met them, but I see their videos. We get more views than they do.
Mm-hmm.
On my channel, we get more views than they do.
Yeah.
But I know why they are in there. I mean, I don't have anything against their content. I enjoy it. But,
Yeah.
There's certain things about their content that is different.
Yeah.
And I think it's totally cool.
Yeah, totally.
Let's see. At JT the Great M. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, this one.
You could make a breaking news YouTube channel.
So
We've had this now, I think, twice.
I'm going to answer this really quick.
Excuse me.
So I see the value there because let me share my experience with a very popular channel called oh gosh, now I forgot what it's called. I knew this moment was going to come, and now I can't. I think it's Screen Rant. Screen Rant is a popular YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah.
And on Screen Rant, they have this series called Pitch Meeting. And I love Pitch Meeting. It was so funny. Ryan George, this guy, hysterical, really well does this Pitch Meeting skit of movies. And they're hilarious, and I loved them. So I subscribed to Screen Rant just to see these. But they have all of this other content that I just don't care for. All I want to do is watch the pitch meetings. So I had to unsubscribe because I was just so tired of getting their feed. But I would search occasionally like, okay, cool, there's 2 new episodes. They finally did their own pitch meeting channel, and it immediately went to 1 million subscribers plus. We're not that popular, all right? That would be super awesome. Hey, hold on a second. That would be super easy, barely an inconvenience, but we're not going to do it because what we're doing right now works. Now, in the future, if we get 1 million plus subscribers and we had 100,000 people asking us, you need to do your own breaking news channel, we'll consider it.
There you go.
Is that what you wanted to say? That's kind of what I was thinking.
Well, I was actually worried when you were talking about, I watch this, but then there's other crap content. I was worried you're talking about my channel.
Oh, I have plenty of junk content. I enjoy your videos. I was like, hey, cool, Jason, all right. And I like how you're saying in around 5 minutes.
I was going to ask you about that. What do you think about that?
It's fine. Who cares? I mean, the thing is that people like your content are going to watch
5
it.
minutes for over a year.
It's not like he's over. It's 5 minutes and 21 seconds. Unsubscribe. I can't believe he had the audacity to go over 5 minutes in his own video.
Do you know which one broke it for me? Finally, I mean, besides these,
Oh wait, yeah. Which one was it? Was it the? It was the review. Was it the review?
It was the non-Lego review.
The non-Lego review, because that was like 7 minutes.
I could not get it under 7.
There's no way. Yeah.
And I wanted to make sure I gave it a valid. I didn't want to cut out valuable things. So,
yeah.
I don't know. What'd you think of that? Did you like that review?
It was all right. Oh, your review was great. The set was all right.
Yeah, the set's okay. There were a few things I really did like about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the book, how it had 2x6. That's super cool. I don't know why Lego makes me sit here and count the dots on these things. Why can't they put a number? But that was probably one of my favorite things of that build.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
I saw that. So, anyways. Pasta Jensen. Got a question from Austria.
Pasta Jensen?
Yeah.
Oh,
from
yeah.
Austria. Yay. A new news. I really like that elf set.
Yeah.
It's detailed, playful, and not overblown. By the way, keep using the other guy in the videos. He adds shine to the format.
I guess he kind of
I
does.
will keep him around. That's the whole reason I added that comment, so I can say that. Marty Gras Man 23. Back to him.
Back to you.
I challenge you guys to do a polybag build in the bag.
Come on, dude. No, stop it. No. I don't. Maybe a fifth
There he is,
Tuesday.
poking the bear.
Maybe a fifth
Poking the bear.
Tuesday we might do. I don't know.
Maybe, we'll see. The fifth Tuesday is kind of an oddball because we've got our breaking news, community commentary, Ask Alex, rant and reviews. And when it's a fifth one, it's like, what are we going to do?
What are we gonna do?
So, fortunately, we have something for the next one. But
Brick trains.
Brick Trains. This is off of the commercial with the scooters, I believe is
I
the
have
one he's
nothing-
referencing to.
I have nothing to do with
He
this.
says,
question.
"Wait, am I the senior? LOL." No, you are the senior.
Senor.
There you go. Then we have two questions that were emailed, and I guess these
Oh
were
man!
last.
Oh, we can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
That's
here,
right.
guys.
This is it. First is from Trent Loveridge.
Hey Trent, what's
I
up, my
believe he's
man?
the one that has the Back to the Future
Yeah,
set and all that we reviewed. Have either of you scanned the QR codes into the Lego Insider program, registering the sets and getting VIP points? How many V points from manuals did you get? Have you started doing them?
I haven't
I
started.
haven't done one.
You know what?
I've thought about it, which is more than I used to
I
do.
did one. It was on the A Fool podcast. That was the only one I've ever done. I don't know. I'll do it. I'll do it eventually. I just don't have any motivation to do that right now.
I have to tell you.
Because it's work. It's
saw-
work, man.
I saw something when I was scrolling through Instagram, and this person, they were showing, the Lego bags? They come with, whatever printed on there, and there's little QR code looking thing on the bags.
Yeah.
They said, I'm saving these for 5 years when they're worth points. And it did make me laugh because
5 years.
think about it. All these manuals you have, people didn't know to keep them. So how many people actually got rid of them? Maybe the smaller sets.
Sure.
That they threw away points. I don't know. Yeah, so neither of us have done it. I don't know. I'll get around to it at some point, probably.
Yeah, me too. But maybe in retirement.
If they still have it by then.
Maybe if Lego's around still.
Yeah. Speaking of that, when I went to the Lego store yesterday, she was like, "Do you have a VIP account? I mean, an insider's account." I'm like, and I said, "No, I have a VIP account." So
Can we still be VIPs?
last one.
Oh, we did it. Oh man. Whew.
Hey, it's Josh from New York.
Hey, Josh from New
I
York.
have two questions for Alex.
Oh boy.
What is the Mike's Tower? Does it have an interior? / will it ever get one? And what is it meant to be in the city?
That is a great question. Thanks, Josh. Let's see here. The Mike's Tower was my Shmew Tower for a while, and for a long time, well, I don't know about a long time, but it was a pretty sizable, big building in my city. And then I built the more modern, huge Shmew Tower with the pieces that it's made out of right now. And I thought, what am I going to do with the old Shmew Tower? So I thought, you know what? I have kind of like this tradition of naming buildings or places after family members. So I decided to make it Mike's Tower because that is my dad's name. And of course, my dad is awesome because, well, he bought me tons of Lego sets as a kid. He bought me my first Lego set, got me into the hobby, supported me with that. So I called it Mike's Tower for my dad. The purpose of Mike's Tower is entertainment. It's actually for, this is in my head. It doesn't have an interior. It has this open back, like you can open up like a big door, like a fridge. But the top comes off, so the bottom is modular. Like just the first floor is visible. And it was supposed to be an office building, like a corporate office building for arcade games. Because my dad's fun. Well, he's not a fun. Hold on a second.
Uh-oh.
He's a super businessman. He's a business bigwig. He's growing up. He was like for Allstate Insurance. He's a big business guy. He's long since retired, obviously, but he won't stop working. He works for himself for the last 25 years. So, he's fun in the regard where he just plays with his kids. He's out playing with us, playing baseball, supporting us in those extracurricular activities. So I thought, let's do this. That's my ode to my dad.
Do you know what you should do? Because I'm just piecing this together as you're explaining this. You need to put a big satellite dish on there for them to get the Giants games.
Oh my gosh, that is a good call.
That would be awesome.
It has an elevator in it. I'm thinking about rebuilding that thing actually, because it's only like 4 floors, but it should be 8 floors because like I don't have so many pieces to put floors in, so they're like well, not that tall, but you know. So basically,
Every floor has cathedral ceilings.
Yes, very much so. Yeah.
Okay.
No, good question. Thanks, Josh. Okay,
And then,
there's two.
oh, he had two. The second one is, how's the progress on the Shmoo Tower?
Well, the Shmoo Tower had to I'm assuming you're talking about the interior of it.
I believe so.
So that had to take a back seat because of other projects going on. Obviously, with the rebuild, put me behind on that, and then the show put me behind on that, and now
And then driving it home from the show.
driving it home from the show put me a little bit behind, and that came out. Actually, today as we're filming this, that came out. So yeah, at this point, I'm out of excuses, and I can probably get back into it. But honestly, the biggest barrier is pieces to put into it, because if you're going to do an interior, you need detailed pieces that are very specialized. You don't need a bunch of like to build the Shmoo Tower, I need 500 of this single piece. To do an interior, you need 500 pieces that are all different for each floor. So that's a challenge I have right now. So yeah, darn good questions, man. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we made it.
That's it. Unless you had any questions. We good?
How was your trip to Peru?
That was good.
Yeah?
It was a lot of fun. We went to 2 Lego stores.
And did you come home with a lot of stuff? Lego
stuff?
Lego stuff.
I came home with 4 Oswalds. It's very expensive. It was
super expensive there, huh?
So Oswalds, they were $8 a piece.
Ooh, ow,
Instead of 5.
That's expensive.
Like the CMF.
Were they all like that? All the sets?
The buildable minifigures, the 3 buildable figures in the store.
They're usually $10 for us.
$21.
Whoa! Mm-hmm. Holy crap!
The only thing they had that was like a comparable value was a pick-a-brick cup. It was about $17, which is about
close.
good. And I thought about it because they had some decent pieces, but we were backpacking and everything was carry-on.
Oh, okay.
But the sets, crazy expensive. They had so many things that were like 30, 40% off, and they were more than retail
even with
here.
the discount.
Yes. How much do you think this was? U.S. equivalent. This is
based
$850 set.
Yeah, based on what you were telling me, I would say like 1,050.
Higher.
No.
It was $1,350.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
$1,350
for that one. Like everything was crazy expensive.
That is
so
ridiculous,
you think
man.
it's hard to be a Lego fan and it's expensive here, or even I hear Australia is expensive.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like this.
That's crazy.
Like
Wow.
it was nuts. And it was funny when I went into the Lego store, I saw they had the CMFs behind the counter, and I'm like, hey, I'm looking for, I wanted to feel them.
Yeah.
And I didn't think they were gonna let me. I was like, oh well, I want Oswald.
Yeah, right.
And so they found one and gave it to me. I'm like, no, I want all of them. I don't
all of
really speak Spanish.
Give me all your Oswald.
But I'm like, Todos, because I knew that was all.
Give me all your Oswalds. Ooh, you
I
almost
almost
got
got
that.
it,
That was
almost.
impressive. Here.
Oh, jeez.
Give me all your Oswalds. Hey, nice.
There you go. And I'm like, no, I want all of them. And so I took the 50, right, to do the Machu Picchu video. If you haven't seen it,
That's nuts.
that was.
So, wait.
I'll talk about that in a second. But
Yeah, okay.
So I had a Ziploc bag with 50 Oswalds in it, and I pulled it out and showed the guy. And you should have seen his eyes. His eyes were like, oh, like he never.
This guy is
I'm like,
weird.
He's like, oh, he really does want all of them.
Yeah.
So I got that.
That's
I
awesome.
did take passports from the Lego store and gave 2 at each store, and they thought that was super cool.
Oh, did you get mine stamped?
You can take a look and see.
Alex.
I did that so we made sure we didn't mix them up.
That's good. Good job.
You can take it off if you want.
Is it in the front or the back of it?
I don't know. There it is.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Was it? Oh, yeah. Peru?
2 in
right
Peru.
there.
Oh, and if you look, you will see.
Oh, North Point. Oh, North Point, Georgia. Right on,
we
man.
had a layover in
Upside
Atlanta.
down. There we go.
went.
Right on. So cool. Thanks, my man. I love it.
Yes.
Don't leave home.
The second
without it.
store, when I'm like, do you stamp the passports? They're like, oh, only with purchase. It's like, oh, well, fortunately they has Audible, but,
Very cool, man. Love it.
And at the second store, I guess I'll just do this here. I was going to wait till the next video, but we'll do this one here.
Why not?
we had left, and I was like, I wonder if they have passports there. So I went back in and asked them.
Yeah.
They're like,
Oh,
oh
boy.
yeah. It's different.
Oh, that is cool.
So it
There
only
you
has
go.
one stamp in it, but now you have one from Europe, one from South America.
Oh, you're giving this to me?
Uh-huh.
Thank you. Wow. Wow, man. See,
And you can
this
see
is...
the pages are different in
They
it.
are different. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, my gosh. This is fantastic.
So when I texted you and said, I have a surprise for you, that's what I was referring to. So you now have Lego passport. I assume you have a US one.
I do, yeah.
So you have now one from 3 different continents.
3 continents. That is great. These are awesome.
Yeah.
I like these the most, actually.
So
That is great, man. Thank you very much. There you go.
yeah, it was fun.
I got my passports.
and then we went to Machu Picchu.
That was
We
cool.
went and visited twice. We went the one afternoon we got there, and then the next morning. Next morning is when I took all the Oswalds after I'd scouted it out. If you haven't seen that video,
That's a great video. Yeah.
you know, it's funny because
enjoyed that.
I told Tanya before, I said, I don't think this is going to get a ton of views. And it didn't. It's got like 215 or something. But the like to view ratio is much higher than any
yeah.
other. So those people that like stupid like I do really enjoy it.
People
So
who
if
like
you
stupid
like
are watching
stupid,
this because
Like
they love stupid.
If you're like, well, this is okay, but it's not stupid enough for me, then this is the video for you.
this isn't stupid enough. Come on.
And it's kind of ruined because now you know. Like in the video, I just make it sound like there's one Oswald.
Oh yeah, you
But
did
then at
spoil
the
it.
end, it's like,
Spoil- spoiler alert.
yeah. So,
Yeah,
anyway.
that's awesome. Well, I'm glad you guys had fun. It was just you and the missus, right?
Yeah, just the 2 of us and
Awesome.
all kinds of interesting travel stories. Looked for Jabbo in Atlanta, but he was in Chicago.
Oh, Chavo.
He didn't. He's like, I gotta head out of town. He might
couldn't
find
connect,
me.
huh?
Yeah, so
All right.
the
Well,
tipper
cool.
truck,
Oh, sorry.
Oswald collab. We'll have to wait.
It'll have to wait.
Yep.
All right. All right. Well, that was fun. That was a great episode. Thanks for the questions, guys. I can't believe how many we get every time we do this episode.
It's a lot of fun.
It's fun. Some of these questions are kind of challenging. They kind of put me a little squirming in my seat over here. I'm like, oh, geez. I feel like some of the questions I feel like, oh crap, I need to get my act together and get going on certain projects that I keep promising I'm going to do. But man, life's busy, guys. No excuses, I know, but I'm gonna make excuses anyway. Hopefully, when the cooler months come and things aren't so crazy busy with like the summer activities, we'll be all right. Well,
Sure.
yeah, sure.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Well, you want to take us out, or you want me to take us out?
All right. I don't know.
So,
I think I'll just go ahead. You go ahead.
Who do we want to thank today?
We wanted to thank today's sponsor.
Hey there, hip cats. Are you looking for a cool place to go on a hot Fiverr night? Maybe you like a little bit of magic in your life. Or you just want to get that jazz all up in here. Come on down to the Fiverr Jazz Club. We're now open late. You can feel that smooth jazz all night long. We've got all the great performers, including Duke Silver. So you and the boys come on down and get your smooth on. It's the Fiverr Jazz Club. We're gonna get all jazz up in here.